Hello, Teacher Peter here. So today I'll cover the basic props and rewards that you need for teaching the mock class, and I'll explain how to use them. You need to include some amount of physical props that you can show in your screen while you're teaching. One of the most essential of these props is the reward system. So you can give stars throughout the class. It's basically a little star button that you can click and it lights up their screen. And to accompany these stars, you need to reward the student with something that is visible and countable. So one widely beloved reward in my classroom is funny pizza faces. And so I'll be like, Jason, when you do a good job, you get a funny pizza face. Ooh, look, cool pizza. Pizza! And I'm sticking it to the wall behind me so that the student can see their rewards accumulating throughout the class. So the second slide for the demo lesson and the mock class is the reward slide. And this is theoretically a reward system that you could use if you don't have your own external reward system. But because they require you to have your own, and because the kids really like it, I don't think anyone really uses these slides for their reward. Instead, you can just introduce your reward system on this slide and use it to practice the drag and drop command. After that, you can introduce your reward. So for me, that's the silly pizza face. When you do a good job, you get a silly piece of pizza. Sorry, funny piece of pizza. Apparently the word silly translates into something really offensive in Chinese, so you're not even allowed to write it in your feedback. Stick to funny pieces of pizza instead. Some other great props that you can include are, or you probably should include, are Meg and Mike. So these are two of VIPKID's mascots, and they are very helpful for demonstrating the pronouns he and she. And yes, you do have to teach the kids gender. So if you have the sentence, she is sad, you can show Meg and say, she is sad. Generally, flashcards are one type of prop that they want to see you use in the mock class. But remember, this is only true for the mock class. You don't need all of the following props for your demo lesson. So don't get overwhelmed. Another really helpful prop is a puppet, or something that you can use like a puppet. These come in handy when you need to demonstrate a sentence frame. Let's say you want the student to say, yes, I throw a ball. In response to the question, do you throw a ball? This is from the mock class slides. So you can hold up a puppet and talk to it to demonstrate the call and response. Hello, doggy. Doggy, do you throw a ball? Yes, I throw a ball. Jason, do you throw a ball? Yeah, very good. It can be super confusing to try to demonstrate sentence frames without a puppet. You will ask the question, do you throw a ball? Then the student will just repeat that back to you because that's what they've been doing this entire time. So you can get around that using a puppet. One more really helpful prop to have in your classroom is a tiny whiteboard. This is a really versatile prop that can come in handy in a lot of different situations. But for the demo lesson or the mock class, I think it works best on the phonics slide. So when you're doing phonics, make sure to say the letter sound in isolation. So instead of saying duh for the letter D, say duh. You're trying to really isolate the letter sound. And you can write that on the whiteboard as you say it to further illustrate the letters. So this is from the demo lesson. Duh. And when you're actually teaching phonics to students, it goes a lot faster, but you're going to really slow it down. Another way to show this, if you want to amp it up and you have these magnets, is you can kind of illustrate the word coming together like this. So you say dig, 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 dig. Wow! It became one word. That was amazing. Also, a lot of teachers will use the whiteboard as part of the reward system. They will write the student's name on the whiteboard on the intro slide, say like, Jason? Oh, hi, Jason. Cool. And then they'll add the reward right to the whiteboard, kind of like around the student's name. You just have to have like some sort of magnetic or sticky reward to do that, and then also find a place to like hang it in your background so they can still see the reward accumulating. I ordered this whiteboard off of Amazon, and it came with the magnets. But if you want to save some money, you could try creating your own whiteboard by laminating a white sheet of paper and then fastening it to something stiff like a clipboard. The last category of prop that they want to see you use in your classroom is called Realia, meaning if you're teaching the word ball, you actually show a ball. Or if you're teaching the word kite, you actually show a kite. I think this type is the most interesting for kids, but it's also the hardest for teachers to manage because it's really lesson specific and there's hundreds of lessons. So it's up to you. Some teachers have racks of lesson specific props and kids love it. I'm sure they get better ratings and more bookings because of it. I personally have kept it minimal and that's been fine for me, but it's up to you. For the mock class, definitely find one really a prop that you can show. So a ball, a kite, or a doll. I've discovered the basic props that you need for the mock class, and I'll create a longer video showing off all of the props I've acquired over the years and how I use them in my classroom. And that's how you're supposed to teach colors. So this is just the basics, and yeah, you can build up over time. You don't need to go out and buy everything right now. You can kind of slowly build your collection as you teach the slides and kind of see what's necessary and useful. But if you want to know what I use, and I've tried to get my props really minimal, then you can watch my next video and I'll go over all of it. Okay, goodbye.